Hello everybody, welcome back to Raid, where it is still Christmas, apparently. Ooh, Ancient Shard, nice. That's always a fun little thing to find. Anyway, let's do Live Arena, that's why we're here, right? That's why I'm here anyway. And if you clicked on this video, it's probably why you're here, unless it auto-played this video. It'd be interesting if it auto-played this video out of something completely unrelated and suddenly you're looking at content from some game you know nothing about. That ever happen to any of you out there? You suddenly get content from a game you've never played and have no intention of playing? Like the flood of, what's the new game all the content creators are playing now? I'm blanking on the name for some reason. Okay, let's go with my two favorite revivers. I want to say League of Legends, but that's not it. That's something completely different. I've never played League of Legends, interestingly, even though I know it's a very popular game, and I have watched the entire first season of the TV show. And it is a great TV show. I got to admit. All right. I don't even know who I want to ban. You know what? I want to just say no. Nah, out. Let's go for the next one. I'm not so concerned with just throwing fights now. If I look at a fight and I'm just like, nah, I'm just going to throw it. Screw it. Screw it, I got too much to do. I started a new game series, and I'm kind of, my heart is more into the new game that I've created than this 3.5-year-old game that I've been playing. I've got all these champions. I got Foley recently, that was exciting, but then I have to contend with the fact I still need to build Foley, and I have other champions I need to build first. Good God. I mean, look at this. What do we got? We got Valcannon, Tormund, Blizzard, Foley. I want to build them all. I don't know when I'm going to have the time to do it with the new game going. I will get on it at some point, probably with the next fusion. They'll have a fusion schedule. And they'll have like I'm hoping for another one of those you can't miss fusions. Let's try that again. They do another one of those fusions that I just can't miss, then I'll probably build them all out. I still got to get the masteries too, though. That seems to be the worst thing. And of course, I know, I can just spend my extra gems on them, but I like having the extra gems for other things. This is how I can manage to do so many of those guaranteed summons. Still can't remember the name of that other game. So Ultimate Death Knight. Okay. I'll go for these two. I mean, maybe I should go for Mithrala. You know what? I'm fine with this. I'm gonna go for these two. I'm just gonna go straight for the bombs. Yeah, I'm completely blanking on the name. But basically, there are all kinds of gacha games out there. And whenever I see content from another one of them, I just block the channel. I have two different profiles already on YouTube. I have one for this game, and then I have one for basically everything else. And basically, I try to shut content from this game out of my other channel. And I try to shut anything unrelated to this game out of this channel. Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on this name because the game is flashed in front of me all the time. Ash started playing it, Hell Hades started playing it. For some reason, I'm still not remembering the name because I don't care. I don't want to know anything about this game. I don't plan on playing it. Let's go ahead and take her. And you know what? No, Sun Wukong's still available. Let's take him. And let's take the Rat King. This is my last gacha game. Ever. I'm not starting another one. If something happens to Plarium or Raid Shadow Legends and it goes down and it doesn't come back, I guess I'm going to have to find a new way to occupy my time. There are better things I can think of. I could get myself a pet. I could start a family. Right now, the closest thing I have to a family is my clan. Anybody from a clan watching? Hello, family. Thanks for stopping by. But it's funny the way people will fill their lives with things that are not really essential to procreation or to sustaining our lives in general, because we kind of have our needs met now if we live in the center of our civilization anyway. If you get to if you're fortunate enough to have been born in the right country, you basically just have everything you could ever want now. You don't need to worry about where your next meal is coming from. You don't have to worry about super duper massive apex predators coming after you. I mean, like dragons and giant spiders and the ice golem and so on. When you really think about where it goes back to in the lore, in our stories, our ancient stories that go back regardless of culture, we have the same stories. We have a flood myth. This all goes back to a time where humans were really, really in deep shit all the time. But before we were even, classified as humans, our ancestors are just running from all kinds of crazy apex predators, giant dragons that may as well have breathed fire. Gavin, what the hell are you talking about? So I'm going to go with the accuracy. And you know what? It just occurred to me. The Tormen might create a bit of a problem. Maybe only for Sun Wukong. The rest of them are protected by stone skin. I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway, I guess the point is these days, people aren't even having children anymore. They're just getting a pet. Or maybe they're just getting an addictive video game. Just to use up all the time. Or then there was the Tamagotchi pets. Anybody remember those? That was kind of a combination of the two. It was a video game that was a pet. Or there's Nintendogs. Okay, so I'm going to go for the increased accuracy. I'm going to stop distracting myself with irrelevant bullshit. So we got the weaken. We got the bombs. I think we've got it. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, we got sheeped. There's polymorph for you. Plarium is supposed to get on nerfing this year, right? When's that happening? Like, for one thing, I think polymorph should at least be cleansable. This is just obnoxious. I mean, he's going to be a sheep basically for the rest of the fight, or at least until he gets killed. Where he doesn't get killed, he just reverts back to his normal form. It's just really strange. It's just a strange game mechanic. So let's see, can we trigger that? No, we can't because we got nothing but weak hits. We got frozen. Tormen OP. I really want to build my Tormen. Let's see, we can actually, I'm not going to bother going for the stun because that's kind of going to be useless right now. I guess I don't know what to do with myself. Just attack. Sheeped again. Wonderful. See if I can get off a stun. How hard can I hit him? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, Gavin. Well, I could go for the ally attack. That might actually speed things up a little. So we go for the ally attack. And good game, Marco Polo. So now we got Abyss Rock. Was kind of hoping for the timer that time so I could continue going on about what I might replace my Raid Shadow Legends addiction with. Hopefully not alcohol. That stuff is very bad for you. You shouldn't drink, boys and girls. Uh, hmm. So I could go for UDK and Brodos, or I don't know. We could even just go for two really good revivers, and then I could just sort of wait and see what they bring. I'm prepared to use these two against just about anything, except maybe Warlord. So he brings two revivers. Excellent. That's how you do it. This is going to be a double reviver game on both sides. So now I'm half expecting to see a revive blocker or Warlord. His team's going to get the drop on me, though. Or her team. His team, her team, their team. And it's a Warlord after all. Okay, well, I'll bring Fenax. And let's get rid of Warlord. Do I want the resistance or the speed? Let's take the speed. That really didn't hit very hard. All right. I'm gonna maybe okay. I'm gonna try this first. Ah, it's a weak hit. I was afraid of that. Really shouldn't have screwed around. Let's see if I can just inch her closer towards being dead and smite her with Fenax. So here it comes. Deleted. So how hard? Oh my goodness. He does hit hard. Good game, Abyss Rock. Clearly underestimated him. I mean, that other move hit like a marshmallow and then just all of a sudden out of nowhere. Well done. So if I didn't have Raid Shadow Legends, I'd probably have a different channel. I want to start a second gaming channel for just literally other games. Just all the other ones. There have been so many over the years. I'm in my 40s now. I have played lots of video games. I got some things to say about the way the industry used to be, about the way the industry is now. Let's start with I don't know. Let's go with UDK and Rhodos. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to bother trying revivers or something else. Yeah, I am really worried about getting bombed out now. Let's take Mithrala, which is probably the one that's going to get banned anyway. And maybe I'll just take Duchess or maybe Pythion. I'll take Duchess. I could even go for Duchess Pythion. You know, I'm even thinking I should have gone for Lydia. Lydia's a nice counter to when they bring revive blockers and revivers. And I'm looking at my selection of 5, and I used to have Polymorph on here somewhere. Maybe I should put Polymorph back on Ultimate Death Knight. Or maybe I should put it on Sun Wukong. But probably UDK, that's probably where it goes. I'm just going to get rid of Foley. He worries me. If the Rat King bombs us out, so be it. That said, let's try for the resistance. This way, the Rat King has to be built to have probably at least 500 accuracy to land his bombs, and in order to actually bomb us out, those bombs still need to be really powerful, so he probably has to have at least 6,000 attack. That's a tall order, and if he's really fast as well. But we got pretty unlucky there. Duchess should at least have been weak hit one of those 2 times, and it just didn't happen. So, a good game, Sagat. I called your bluff. And you weren't bluffing. So, what you got for me today? He's going with Sun Wukong. Cool. Let's go with Duchess Pythion. Maybe when I'm seeing bombers coming, I mean, I keep talking about doing this with Mithrala. I wanted to put Mithrala in immunity gear and get some stone skin going on top of that, but she still wouldn't be bombable. That would really be what I'd like. Of course, if everybody else gets bombed out and is dead, Mithrala can't pick them up. So it's not exactly the perfect solution either. I'll just bring these 2. Seems logical. I probably want to get rid of Yumeko. Yeah, I'll get rid of Yumeko. And furthermore, I'm going to bring in Benax again. Or maybe I just want to get rid of the bomber. Because Gaius could cause a lot of problems. Now, let the record show I considered getting rid of Gaius, and instead I chose Yumeko. So, we now could be in big trouble. Well, let's go for the speed. Wow, I really hope we don't get bombed out again. If we do, I mean, I'm really getting a taste of my own medicine. I did a lot of that yesterday, and in many other games before today. So we could put this up. Hopefully the block debuffs will stay on somebody. He can try to strike them off. And we do lose some of them, but we keep them on Duchess, which is important. Duchess is important. I'm going to hit Sun Wukong. That's who I want to steal health from. None of the others are an option, because they're still under Stone Skin. I'm going to hold off on the revive, because I'm expecting his AoE to land. Okay, I'm gonna try to get some shielding and some healing up on Duchess, even though it looks kind of grim. I'm gonna do the revive now, even though I wanted to save it for Rotos too. But we are in a lot of trouble. Youch. Well, good game. You almost bombed us out, but the bombs are definitely working in any event. Between the bombs and the Wukong, it's a pretty solid plan. I probably should have gone for Mithrala. So we're still waiting on the various rebalancing updates from Plarium. They keep talking about rebalancing all kinds of champions. And then nothing. Is that a bluff? You guys bluffing, Plarium? You're not planning on changing anything? But I guess it's one of those no-win situations. They'll nerf certain champions, probably the wrong ones as usual. You know, they'll nerf a bunch of rares, they'll nerf a bunch of epics. They'll buff a bunch of legendaries that were already overpowered. And not buff other legendaries that nobody cares about because they already suck. And they're like, thanks, Plarium, for rebalancing the game in a way that benefits absolutely no one. Because if you rebalance a champion, and you make Warlord even more powerful, or Taras or Marichka even more powerful, I mean, why even bother? They're already overpowered. You're already winning by using them. Case in point, at this rank, I'm not even seeing them anymore. Because everybody that has a Taras just moves up. They're not here anymore. Let's start with Sun Wukong. I'm at the level where everybody's got Sun Wukong, but I guess that's every level. Everybody has Sun Wukong. Now here's a Taras Way to prove me wrong, Hasib. Way to make me look dumb. Um, let's go for Pythion. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go for Rhodos. I'm gonna go for Ultimate Death Knight. I'm probably just gonna ban the Charas. I'm not gonna bother trying to block the crazy damage he does. Or I could try to bring in Helikath. I guess we'll see what else he picks. And just a bunch more stuff. I'm just gonna say no. I'm out. Nice try, Hasib. I'm not fighting that. Taras and Marichka. Give me a break. Maybe when they get nerfed. And they should get nerfed. They should nerf Taras. They should nerf Marichka. They should nerf Warlord. They absolutely should. Prove me wrong. I'm going to go with Sun Wukong. And they're going to go with 2 revivers. Okay. So let's go for Ultimate Death Knight and Rhodos. Taras again, huh? Okay. Maybe I'll try Arby. And Mighty Uko. I'm also thinking I could try Mika. So I'm going to bring Arby and Mika. This is my plan. It looks a little scattered, but I think it can work. I think I just want to get rid of her. Honestly, there's less buffs going around without Duchess, so it makes Taras less dangerous. I'll go with the Speed Aura. And I'm going to try to crowd control them. I do have to take out that Pythion quickly. Got to take them all out quickly, honestly. There's a lot of death coming from this team. So we get the buffs going. Do I want to try for the ally attack? Maybe. Do the ally attack. And let's try it this way. So he's got Taras, but Taras is not going to have buffs. He's still got his crazy friggin' A2, but didn't work. Good game, 80. It's an example of when going first really pays off. So we got Johnson July, who picks first. And picks Sun Wukong. I'm going to go for Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll go for these two first. We got to Ross again. Okie dokie. Well, Mika really panned out well last time. But I don't know yet. I want Rotos for sure. Do I want Arby? Do I want Fennex? This is a hard decision. It's a very hard decision for me. For some reason. It, yeah. Go for Mika. And I'm thinking Fennex. We'll go for Fennex. We'll get rid of Necrit. There's a lot of cleverness behind this team. I'm looking at it. You got Taras, who does more damage based on buffs, and you have this guy steals tons of buffs. This guy places tons of buffs on himself. It's not like Pythion drowns the teams in buffs, but it's still there's still going to be a lot of buffs going around. So I'm getting rid of Necrit because he's kind of an annoying source of buffs. I could also have tried to get rid of Taras. So these two have the drop on them. I guess I'm going to go for the ally attack first. Since we really can't control Pythion, let's kill him. And then I'll buff and hope for the best. Let's go for the AoE. Is this the time to try to revive Benax? No. I'm going to wait on it. So let's see. We have an opportunity here to stun Taras. I think I want to go for that. Or we could just steal these buffs. Not really sure. I'm going to try for the stun. Really want to cleanse off these the block buffs. It's very annoying. Okay. So let's get the weaken going. I'm gonna revive my dude. Ouch. Let's try to get a sleep on him. Nice. Knew I could count on you. You Spider Queen, you. Okay, I'm gonna go for the stuns. I just like the control they seem to give me. Boom! Sun Wukong has been deleted. He's been deleted. I think we've got this fight. So I will transform. I'm gonna go for the ally attack. And now, the big one! So feebleness. Down you go. So good game, Johnson, July. We got 2 fights left. Then I can move on to my other account. Get to day 4 of my new game. I'm excited for day 4 on the other account because I get to look at the 4th piece of lifesteal, a 4-star piece of lifesteal. Can you imagine going back to an account and being excited to receive a piece of 4-star lifesteal gear? If you can't, maybe it's time to start a new game. So I'm going to go for Sun Wukong. We're fighting Ravent. Rivent? Give me... Is this one for the bombers? Possibly? I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to need really good support. I don't know what to expect. He's bringing strong support. I think we're going to need strong support. So what you got, man? Maybe he's gone AFK already. Are you mad that I took too long to pick my champions? Come on, what's going on, dude? Oh, there they are. That is an interesting lineup. It is a tough lineup. No revivers so far. And I don't want to try anything with debuffs because at this point, I'm expecting them to be too resilient. There's a lot of force here too, so maybe Rhodos isn't the best choice. Maybe I want another... Should we go for Mika again? We could also go for, we could go for Candy. He's a good champion. Haven't used him yet today. He deserves some airtime. I'd love to start using Turvold as well. I have probably enough stone skin pieces to make Turvold work, but I would have to regear him. His damage would probably be less, and he's in my clan boss team, so I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. If it's worth it to mess with my Turvold, because he works so well on my clan boss team. I can do 120 million to clan boss, which is overkill. I mean, it'd probably be fine if he took a hit to his damage and had that first turn of stone skin. Could also try putting him in swift parry. But anyway, I have other champions to build too. So I'm looking at these 5 and I'm thinking this is probably their only real damage source. So I have to get rid of him. There's no reviver. You know what, I really think this guy just went AFK and let the AI pick his stuff because I think it's just picking high resistance and high accuracy champions. So I'm just going to go with my speed. I could even go with attack. You know what, I'm going to go with attack to try to do a little more damage with my champions. But right now, either this guy's a genius and haven't figured out his plan yet, or he's just gone AFK and the AI is really stupid. So he's starting with the stone skin, which would be a problem if I needed to blitz attack, but I don't. I can afford to wait. Rotos doesn't really have much he can get up to. Maybe, let's see. Whose stone skin do I want to chip away at? Maybe his. Yeah, probably not going to bust through that. But this is probably my first target anyway. Ramentu's probably going to come in and steal our buffs, so I might... Do I want to wait, or do I just want to use him? I don't know. This is not necessarily a fun fight here, because I kind of have to wait for some of the stone skin to drop off. Is it off, Ramentu? No, it's not. It's still up on everybody. Good God. And it's not even worth it to try to figure out who I should hit first, because it gets redirected to UDK anyways. Let's just hit UDK again and again. But I'm not seeing a big damage source here, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ramentu does hit hard, because he did take out Candy in a single hit. Okay, so I'm at least kind of seeing an opportunity to attack someone now. Although it still has to go through UDK, so I think we're still waiting. So why not? We'll pick him up now. I'm going to go for this again just because I don't want to cycle through extra turns. But the plan here seems to clearly be to tank me to death, which is very irritating. Ravent, why would you do this? There does seem to be a lot of damage on the team. I do have to admit that. So we'll keep hitting Ultimate Death Knight. That's who I want. Alright, UDK, make a move so that Stone Skin can drop off and I can murder you. So, let's pick up my Duchess. And can we get enough damage going? No. Not at all. So we'll get a cleanse going. How much damage do I do with my AoE? Fair bit. Youch. Well, let's see if I can get a free turn. No, I can't. That's too bad. Youch. Now I'm stunned. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Clearly, Raven does know what he's doing. That can't even really do much. Other than gets turned to stone again. Well, good game, Raven. I clearly underestimated you. I looked at that and I thought, that's not a plan. That was a plan. Color me impressed. So I'm going to go for Sun Wukong. And I'm going to go for UDK. And Duchess? Or do I want Pythion? I want Pythion. Rhodos will have a harder time with Pythion. I'm considering leaving Rhodos in. I don't know. Oh man, Marichka. Okay. I guess I will go for Duchess after all. Not even sure how to deal with all of this. And I better come up with a plan. I mean, I could bring good old Phoenix. I'm expecting him to get banned, though. That's what I'm going with. For my sanity, I should probably get rid of Marichka. Unless there's no second reviver. But there is a second reviver, so I'm just not sure. I think out of necessity, I gotta get rid of Marichka. So let's go for the speed. It's really gonna come down to Sun Wukong. I'm gonna have to get him going. He's gonna be knocked down like crazy because there are two Nuki champions, and Ultimate Death Knight can only do so much. I mean, he nullifies the Rhodos, but he doesn't really nullify the AoE that can come from Candy. Although I guess Duchess does a fair bit. So let's get this going. Maybe we can steal some buffs with Sun Wukong. That's probably the right first move. Not totally sure, but yeah, I'm gonna go for it. So come on, Lady Luck, give me a W on this last fight. I feel like I've been beat a bunch of times in a row in a rather humiliating way. This can be my redemption. So maybe this? Just try to lower everybody's health enough. It's getting close. I feel it. Do you feel it, Jolly Roger? Feel how close it is? Oh, he's got his extra turn. Is he going to make it? I don't think he's going to make it. When's my turn? Come on, Sun Wukong, go. Go, go, go. There it is. Oh no. Rhodos is still alive. That's not good. Getting an extra turn. Fated Destruction. Boom. Yikes. Alright, get everybody standing. I'm just going to go for the A1. Weak hit. This does the Vitality Plunder. We're not dead yet. Excellent. But yeah, can we kill this Rhodos, please? Having so much trouble getting to him. And he gets an extra turn. See, he's getting all the extra turns. How come I never get the extra turn off my A1? Look, you got another one. Another extra turn. Vitality Plunder. So let's get the peoples up again. Fated Destruction, weak hit. Excellent. Thank you, Lady Luck, for giving me something. Giving me something. Good game, Jolly Roger. You I mean, it really came down to dumb luck at the end there. It could have been either one of us. Anyway, that's it. What did I get today? What's the score? 4 to 6? Well, that's what happens. You know. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Take care of yourselves.